Hi, 361 firm. My name is Rob Garrett, managing partner at Hazard Ventures, which is a private investment company based out of Dubai and Singapore, anchored by a UK family and cooperating in strategies with a US family in healthcare and a Malaysian family in sustainability focused technology investments. In terms of 2021, I think that innovation will continue to be of paramount importance. I think that the rise of Asia and Southeast Asia will continue to be a thematic shift, and we face some interesting macro developments with China's stance towards Taiwan and the South China Sea, which could potentially end up in some defensive posturing by the US and its allies. In terms of macro trends, I think that the shift towards EV-driven mobility, new energy sources, and the grandfathering of fossil fuels will accelerate post-2021. And I think other big thematics around that whole climate change issue will be innovation in agriculture and food supply, and sustainability and climate tech focused investments. I think that healthcare coming out of the COVID pandemic will continue to also be a highly relevant topic. Looking forward to 2040, I think the phrase to sum it up will be innovate or die. I actually think that by 2030, if we haven't seen massive innovation away from fossil fuels, then we face a fairly bleak future. And I'm personally encouraged by the pace of innovation around clean tech, renewables, agricultural innovation, supply of food, supply chain, logistics, innovation. I do think that we will return to globalization, but we will see a period of continued dynamic of the barbell effect of two superpowers facing off against one another, with America and China, and strategic interests around supply of key metals for the EV and renewable energy revolution will be a key factor, as will supply of food. I think China's growing population, India, which will take a fair few years, I think, to recover from the shock of the current COVID crisis, but those populations and their consumer demand for food supply and other staples will be a big factor in macroeconomic trends going forward. Personally, I'm enthused about the opportunity around sustainability, clean tech, food supply, and healthcare dynamics as a means of creating opportunity and wealth, driven by the US and its market-driven healthcare system. But I think that will be presenting opportunity to investors in Asia to access that system and monetize healthcare innovations for the rapid population growth in places in Asia. And by 2040, I think the other factor that we'll see is the rise of Africa. By the mid-2030s, I sincerely expect to see population density increase in African cities, African businesses rise on the globally relevant stage, and that will be quite an interesting dynamic.